Now, this second best Christmas show ever, hence it has to be even better.
That's right.
What can folks expect when they come for some holiday laughs?
What do you think, Brad?
Well, a lot of people, they see a Christmas show at a comedy club around this time of year, and they think, big deal. It's going to be comics doing their normal jokes, but maybe they're wearing Santa hats.
Yeah, people just kind of use it as branding. They say Christmas comedy show.
However,
Not us.
Chuck and Brad's even better best Christmas show ever, very Christmassy.
Almost bordering on much too
too
Christmassy.
Christmassy,
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Our show is, we do a podcast called the Chuck and Brad Podcast, and we've been, we do live comedy as well, and it's kind of a mix of sketch, improv, and stand-up. And with this show, we basically get to take over the Comedy Connection East Providence for a night, plan all the comics ourselves, and kind of do our own segments. That's what I'll say. I'll say they're segments. They're not sketches.
Segments.
It's not bits. It's not stand-up. We're going to do our own Christmas-based segments, and what's cool about our Christmas show is we really try to make it feel Christmassy. So all the segments are obviously about Christmas, but we also kind of have a through storyline of the show.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain. So this is the second ever Christmas show that we did,
Right.
which is why it's Chuck and Brad's even better best Christmas show ever. Last year was the best Christmas show ever. And the storyline of last year's show was that I believed we could do the best Christmas show ever.
I was skeptical.
He didn't believe it.
Oh, Brad.
Yep.
And we have this official Christmas rule book, and it's real. It's official. It's a real rule book.
A Christmas rule book.
Yes, it's a rule book. And it said, if you do the best Christmas show ever, then Santa Claus sends his own personal chorus to show up at your show and sing you off stage. We put on our show. Last minute, guess what happened? Chorus showed up,
Sang us off stage. Yeah.
So it confirmed that we did the best Christmas show ever. And that was kind of the whole story of the show is, can we do it? Can we pull it off? This year, I'm going to give him a little peek.
Yeah, that's fine.
Early on in the show, I find out that this year, I'm on the naughty list.
What?
I know. And
That is so surprising, Chuck. That just really shocks me, I have to say.
And by the end of the show, I have to get on the nice list.
So how do you end up, don't people want naughty? Do people really want nice?
Well, for me, for in terms of presents on Christmas morning, I want nice.
That's true.
364 days a year, double the naughty.
But that's when Santa's watching. So
Exactly.
you just can't be nice one day.
Well, this is going to try to make up for everything all the terrible things that I've done. And I'm sorry to so many people.
I'm on the nice list all the time, so less drama with me.
He's on the board.
Anybody you'd like to apologize to publicly while we have you here on
Actually,
stage?
yeah.
Yes.
There are two. No. So it's going to be a very Christmassy show. A lot of Christmassy segments. First segment is actually called. What's the first one called?
Well, we have big notepads, and we talk about emotions and stuff like that.
You talk emotions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound funny, but it will be.
Yeah, the first segment's called "Things I've Felt Inside Me."
Yep.
And then the second segment is even more Christmassy. It's called "What'd You Stuff in My Stocking?"
That's correct.
And it's going to be great where we exchange some presents.
Would you call this like PG-13 R? Like what kind of like rating would you give this?
Light R.
Yeah.
Light R?
No nudity, very little violence,
That's true.
but some adult language.
Okay.
And I'd say our sponsors are Rhode Island Food Fights,
Yep.
Bonehead's Wing Bar, and Warwick Ice Cream. We really appreciate them. They're sponsoring the show. It's very helpful. And Bonehead's Wing Bar is actually doing something really cool for the show. They're helping us prepare ghost pepper gingerbread cookies that are going to be part of an audience participation segment live at the show.
Ghost pepper gingerbread cookies, so they're going to be super spicy. Do you think people are really going to be like, oh, I really want a ghost pepper gingerbread cookie?
Well, the thing is, if you come on stage during the show and you eat, a cookie and you get a ghost pepper gingerbread cookie, then you get a free RI Food Fights passport to the Lord of the Wings throwdown for January. So
have
you're gonna
either
wanna
of
do it.
you tried one of these cookies
Not
yet?
yet.
No, not yet.
Last year they helped us and they made us some ghost pepper peanut butter balls, and we did have a little bite of those.
Yeah, those were.
They were pretty spicy.
They were very
Were you
spicy.
crying? Like,
I'll say this: we can't even handle the gingerbread cookies without gloves.
Yep.
So
It's gonna be a fun
gonna be
show.
good. So we
It's
have
gonna be a
audience
great-
participation.
Yeah.
big
did
stuff like that.
people eat the peanut butter balls last year?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, one woman was too drunk to come on stage.
That's true.
We shouldn't have invited her up.
But she was up
I
there.
take responsibility. That's one of my apologies.
Yep.
This didn't end well.
No, we heard her retching in the green room from the stage. It almost interrupted our show. It
Yep.
almost ruined the show for everybody else. So
I mean,
was-
now it's funny.
Yeah.
Then less
Was
funny.
she retching
no.
pre-cookie or post-ball?
Only post.
Oh.
I don't think she understood what she was doing.
She
I was
oh
like,
no.
Are you sure?
She had no idea. We said,
We really tried to make. If you watch
do you
the
know what a
video-
ghost pepper is?
Yes, we really kept asking questions.
But she was like, ooh, peanut butter balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She just wanted to be on stage, I think.
Did she get her food fights pass?
Yes, she did.
She did. Of course she did. Of course. I don't know if she actually went to get chicken wings after that because,
All that spice.
And so all those segments are part of the show, and we're going to end the show with a brand new classic Christmas poem, a la 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, but our own new version of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very Christmassy show. Chuck and Brad's Even Better, best Christmas show ever.
Nuts and bolts. It's at the Comedy Connection.
Comedy
Yes.
Connection. It's on the event's on Facebook, so you can go find it. We're doing a lot of video promotion. We put up a video of like last year's stuff, and we're happy to come on. We appreciate coming on GoLocal Prov.
Yep.
And we're doing a lot of promotion for it right now, kind of pushing it really hard. And I hope a lot of people come out. It's a very weird, alternative, strange comedy show, and I'm very proud of it. Right?
It's going to be a really good time and a
Yeah.
really unique experience.
Yes.
That also is about Christmas.
It's about Christmas. So if you're a kid, when you're like, oh man, when I was 10, I loved Home Alone, or I loved this Christmas movie. This is for you as an adult. Now it's for you to appreciate Christmas in an adult way.
In an adult way, in an adult setting.
Yes.
So following this weekend's Even Better Best Christmas Show Ever, what can we expect from Chuck and Brad in 2019?
Well, I'll say this. Ready? This is going to be crazy. It's going to sound crazy. 400th episode of the podcast. The Chuck and Brad podcast, our
Yep.
400th episode, and our 10-year anniversary of podcasting. Isn't that weird?
How did this happen?
I know podcasting is like a new medium. How do we do it for 10
We've
years?
been doing it for 10 years.
I'll never know.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. And, we did a lot of moderating at Comic-Cons this year, like Rhode Island Comic-Con and Big Apple Con and Comic-Con in Connecticut. And hoping to do a lot more of that stuff. Hoping to get out some comedy festivals.
Yeah.
Maybe do some more of our live segments in different places, different states and stuff like that.
When's there going to be Chuck and Brad the movie?
Wow. That's
Well,
a great question.
we've pitched it. We're in talks with.
Yes. Nobody
Steven-
at all?
I couldn't get Steven Spielberg out, but yeah.
Heard Harvey Weinstein's available.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Brad wants to work with him.
Yeah.
He said guys like him need to stick together. I don't know why he said that.
Guys who like movies. Why?
That's who you picked to make
Why?
that comment?
Why is there something else I should know about him?
Guys, I like movies.
Like movies.
So again, you said it's our light this weekend at the comedy show.
Very little.
Very little violence,
No
but a
nudity.
lot of fun. Some
Yeah.
drinks might be flowing.
Yeah,
Yes.
great comics on the show. Derek Furtado, Jeremy Furtado, and Jessica Lay. That's one of the best things about our shows is that we get to pick our favorite comics from the area to come do our shows, and so we have these great comics on the show with us.
So what's it like in the green room when there's like the five of you together and like that? Like it's just, are people just like rolling over laughing?
You know what's funny? It's during if we're doing like a stand-up show and everyone's kind of used to their own act and they're just joking around. It's very relaxed and fun, and we're all joking around. But when we do our show, the whole thing is so planned, and we're doing it for the first time live. So we're usually like trying to get things together, like something has just fallen apart. I'll tell you a really cool, very quick story. Last year, the chorus thing.
Ugh.
Getting a chorus was really difficult, and we walked into the show with 2 possible endings because we didn't know if the chorus was coming. So we walked on stage saying, "Here's the ending if they don't show up. Here's the ending if they do."
So they showed up. So
luckily they did.
what were you gonna do if they didn't show up? And you're like, yeah, we had the best show ever. Then there was no chorus.
It's a storytelling element that I can't reveal here because
Right.
we might use it at another
true.
time.
We might
But
save
we
it.
were gonna solve it, and it was gonna have a good resolution.
Did I hear Beyonce?
Yeah, that's exactly, yes. She was there.
Yes.
She's everywhere we go. She's always trying to get in our shows. So I was like, we could always rely on her.
She says that divas like her and Chuck have to stick together.
Yeah,
So,
guys who like music.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
A little bit of a better partnership than I think with Harvey.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming in. If you're watching now and are interested to learn more about the Even Better Best Christmas Show Ever, we'll have a link up later that you can check back on to get all the details, get tickets, and go have some Christmas fun. What's your favorite part about Christmas?
Favorite part about Christmas? Making other people happy.
Brad, that's going to be kind of tough to top.
having Chuck make me happy. That's it. No, it's it's the Jesus stuff. That's my favorite
God,
part.
that's the worst stuff.
That's
Easily.
it's literally the
you're
reason
poo-pooing
for the
the religious
season.
portion of
That's
Christmas.
like if on Halloween we had to read about the Declaration of Independence.
What? How
It's
did
the same thing.
No, it's very different.
That's like you've just said religion has ruined Christmas. Is that?
It's
Yeah.
just history. I don't want to hear about the facts and the dates on 19.
It's with the presents and the cookies, right, Chuck?
1482. Yeah. Exactly.
1482.
I don't know.
Well, you're getting some of the material ahead of time for the big Christmas show, the even better best Christmas show ever. So Brad, Rohrer, and Chuck, Staton rhymes with Satan.
That's true.
I appreciate your taking the time to come into the studio here, bring it right to you guys. Little laughs after the 3 o'clock show. Laura Afonso had on Chef Eli Dunn from Eli's Kitchen in Warren, just one chopped and more. We'll be back here tomorrow at the 3 o'clock hour, and we'll look forward to seeing you. But in the meantime, be sure to read GoLocalProv.com and catch us on Facebook. We'll be back here in the Navigate Credit Union Broadcast Center.